You know what this is? It's my new fucking haircut. Bitches love my new haircut. If they don't, fucking skanks. Start the show. Welcome to the Looking Good Nude Show, Episode 9, A New Earth. I'm your host, Wes. Well, it's a beautiful spring day here in Florida, and I decided to get outside and do some filming. So, first thing first, we're going to give a book review of A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, and let's go look at that right now. Today, I want to talk to you about a book I recently finished. It is A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. It is not a weight loss book, but this book has a lot to do with my success as far as its teachings on how to understand and be aware of your ego and how it can control your life, and how you need to be aware of it and not let it control your life and live in the now, because the ego tries to control you based on either like things that happened in the past or things that you think might happen in the future. It's not, it's the only thing in your life you have is the moment, is now. You have to live in the now. That's the only thing you have control of, is what's happening right now. So you need to be aware of your ego, and you need to learn to understand when your ego is trying to control your life and not let that happen. So that falls into place with weight loss, particularly with food, when it comes to food. But it also can have to do with motivation for exercise and things you should be doing. Your mind makes up excuses of why you can't do it or why you shouldn't do it or things like that. That's all that is your ego. It's trying to tell you why you can't do this, you shouldn't do that. That's all your ego. So if you have an awareness of your ego, and you're prepared for the ego trying to manipulate you, you can stop it from doing that, and you can take charge and say, no, this is the time I said I was going to exercise, or I said I'm only going to eat this many calories today, and I've already eaten that, so I'm not going to eat any more. Whatever it is, having an awareness of that and not letting it control you is a big part of weight loss. I have a small section of this book I've marked out. I just want to read. Sort of sums up a lot of what the book is, and just to give you an idea of what the book's like. So I want to read this to you. The most important, the primordial relationship in your life is your relationship with the now, or rather whatever form the now takes. That is to say, what is or what happens. If your relation with the now is dysfunctional, that dysfunction will be reflected in every relationship and every situation you encounter. The ego could be defined simply in this way: a dysfunctional relationship with the present moment. It is in this moment you can decide what kind of relationship you want to have with the present moment. Once you have reached a certain level of consciousness, and if you are reading this, you almost certainly have, you are able to decide what kind of relationship you want to have with the present moment. Do I want the present moment to be my friend or my enemy? The present moment is inseparable from life, so you are really deciding what kind of relationship you want to have with life. Once you have decided you want the present moment to be your friend, it is up to you to make the first move. Become friendly towards it. Welcome it no matter what disguise it comes. And soon you will see the results. Life becomes friendly towards you, people become helpful, circumstances cooperative. One decision to change your entire reality. But that one decision you have to make again and again and again until it becomes natural to live in such a way. So when you're in touch with your ego, and aware of it. And when you're living in the now, the only thing you actually have control of. You don't have control over what happened to you in the past, or you don't have control over what might happen to you in the future. You only have control over what's happening right now. So if you're aware of that and you make the right decisions right now, the only thing you can make decisions on, then you are in control of your life, and you can do whatever you want. So I want to encourage all of you to get this book, read it. I know it has definitely made a profound impact on my life. I thought, before reading this book, I didn't think I was ego-driven. It's one of those things. You see it easily in other people. You see how the ego is controlling other people's lives, but you don't see it so much in your own life. And you might think, like I did, that I'm not an egotistical person, or ego-driven person. But the fact is, this book will have you sort of step back and take a look at your life from like an outside perspective, and you will begin to see that you are ego-driven. We all are. It's a part of all our lives. It's not something that ever goes away, but it's something that if you have an awareness of and are prepared for, that you can deal with it, and you can keep it from controlling your life in the way that it controls a lot of people's lives. I'm really happy I took the chance on this book and read it. I was a little bit afraid because an Oprah recommendation, and I don't know, last thing like this she recommended was The Secret, which was a bunch of BS. Really, wasn't really much of a secret to it. It wasn't anything special, but this book is definitely something special. I'm really glad I read it. I want to encourage all of you, please give this book a try. It had a profound impact on me for helping me to be aware of my ego, and when those times came where I felt weak and I wanted to turn to food, or when I felt like I don't want to do those exercises that I know I need to do, it allowed me to move beyond that, live in the present moment, and say, no, this is what I need to do. If I do this, I'm going to be successful. I know I will, because I was successful along the way. Never had a week where I gained weight, I would say. I think there were some weeks when I sort of just maintained, but I never really had a big a crisis where I turned back to my old ways and went on a binge or totally gave up on exercising or whatever. I pretty much stuck with my plan the whole way through. Like I said, a lot of it has to do with this book and what I learned from it. So it's A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Should be pretty cheap to get on Amazon, since Oprah helped this sell billions and billions of copies, I'm sure. So go on Amazon, pick up a copy. I'm sure it's probably $1 or less used, and give it a read. There's a lot of great stuff in here. It's not a real long book, but it's really good, and I want to encourage you all to read it. It's a powerful book. It'll help you in your life, weight loss, and other aspects of your life as well. So, I want to thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, rate, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend.